Hello everyone, this is Key's Ritual, and today I'm going to make it a little quieter because it's late at night and my partner's sleeping. So first I'm going to talk about some of my past hyperfixations I have talked about, but I'm going to talk about what I have purchased since. So with my Japanese hyperfixation, if you haven't noticed, if you watched the past few videos, is definitely my number one. Okay, and so the other day I went to Book Off, and it's usually a lot of used manga in English and Japanese, and I found this one. This is Crayon Shintan, a Himawari compilation. I've read like one chapter in here so far, simply because I was on the train on the way home. So I was like, let me just read this, since that's what I can do on the train, since my phone was almost dead. And then I actually have a story about this. So I've got this Kanken game. The game's not in there. The game is actually in the DS. So I was watching a YouTuber, and he does a lot of like language study videos, mainly with video games and how to learn with video games. And he mentioned this game. He actually did not mention this exact one. He said it in passing. So I went to this game store because I knew they had a lot of foreign games in New York City. So I was like, hey, what Kanken games do you have? Because I was trying to focus on them, and there was a fight going on right next to me in the store. And it's like one of those, like, once you walk in, it's pretty small size. It's like the size of my living room, of where you can walk, and there's no aisles in between, so you can see the whole store at once. And so, like, about 20 feet from me, there was someone fighting, and I was trying to like focus, and I couldn't see the characters that well because I'm nearsighted, and also because I was distracted by the fight happening back into the left bit. And suddenly it started getting very physical, and I'm just like, I can't focus. I can barely read kanji, much less read kanji when someone's fighting near me. After the fight, I actually got involved with it. I was like, stop, because they were on the floor choking each other out. I got in the middle. I'm like, no, we ain't doing this shit today. But that's still traumatizing me because one of the workers, not my coworker, did things even after the fight was over. Like, they were both finally calmed down for a second, and the guy brings out a fucking metal shelf piece and starts hitting the other guy from behind, and I'm just like, okay, you're making this worse now. But anyway, there were two of them. There was this and Kanken Training, which is what he actually did talk about, and he said it was okay, but it's newer version of this. It's a better organized version of this, and unfortunately, it was also $20 cheaper, which is not unfortunately, actually fortunately. But he lied to me, and I figured this out later, that he's like, it only works on Japanese systems, but this game is unlocked. The other one was also DS, and all DS ones were unlocked, not DSi. DSi and 3DS are not unlocked. So he lied to me to make me buy the more expensive game, and I'm like, really, bitch? And it's no refund, so I'm fucked. But I played a little bit of it. I do enjoy the purchase, but I know I want the premium one, honestly. There's the Kanken Premium by IE that he really loved, and I'm like, okay, this seems like something I want. So I'm going to look into getting that. But now to the main subject. I've been really into programming. I actually joined some Harvard classes, but I am taking a break with them because I'm having issues keeping up, because there's so much, and then they're just like, okay, create this program. There's a 2.5 hour lecture, and create this program, and here are the specifications, and it just became too much, so I started buying some books. So honestly, I bought this first. It's hella gross. Apparently my partner has been spilling drinks on it, because there's like coffee stains. Because I really wanted to learn Python. So this was my goal, is to be very comfortable with Python and all the associated programming that goes with it, like SQL, Java, all that you need to learn in order to use Python for web development. And I have not learned any Python in my class yet, because they first teach Scratch, then they teach C, and then they teach Python. But I'm stumbling on C because my hyperfixation was on Python. So I'm trying to fight through a language I don't enjoy in order to learn a language that I actually have already learned quite a bit of and do enjoy. So I bought two other books. Bought this, which is actually, I've been reading 2 chapters on every day I have off. This is really helping with the lighting, because I can't make this any dimmer. So this, I've been reading 2 chapters on all my days off. I think I've currently read 10 chapters right now. So I'm pushing through that. This is like a uphill battle for me, but I will complete it. And then, so I got this book just to round out my knowledge, to help me be able to understand programming a bit better, because I can read programming quite well, to what I've learned at least. I know what everything means, but I'm having issues creating it myself, so I have heard this book was really good. So this is just to help round out. I've only done like the introduction. I start chapter 1 tomorrow, or actually the day this goes up. I'm starting it today. But that is all I have purchased. Now, as you can tell, I sort of like these books. So I might be collecting these slowly as I get more and more knowledge, because these are all from No Starch Press, except for this one. This one was simply because No Starch Press didn't have many C books. They only had like 1 or 2, and they were for more advanced C learners, so I didn't get those. I got this one just to sort of fill in. So far, I haven't learned much new stuff for C in this book, just like bits and pieces. But I am only on chapter 10, so hopefully that'll get me further. But that is all I have, a very short video. My Garbage Pail Kids hyperfixation hasn't gone anywhere, simply because the deck I want keeps getting pushed back. So it was actually already supposed to be out like the end of last month, and now it's coming out at the end of July. And I mainly want to get the book one. There's like ones that are like all based off book characters, like Coraline and Moby Dick, and make a giant picture frame full of them. But I'm not buying them until they actually come out, and I don't want to pre-order because it keeps pushing the date back further and further. So, hopefully soon. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao.